Hi and welcome to your 2022 career predictions. You can pick between 4 crystals. I don't have the piles pre-made yet. I'm just gonna tune into your crystal when you get to your pile and we're gonna draw the cards together. I'm gonna use a specific spread which is called Hopes, Dreams, Fears. And for hopes, I'm gonna look at what you are hoping to happen in your career in the next month or in the next year, sorry. Then for the dreams part, I want to look at what are your long-term dreams. What is it that you, if there were no barriers to anything, what is it that you would love to do? What's your dream? And then I'm gonna tune into your fears. So any fears that you're having, anything that is holding you back. And then at the end, I want to take a little bit from another spread that I was almost wanting to use, which is the Hunt spread from the Magical Dogs Tarot. I'm just making sure that I give credit where credit is due. I want to know how you're gonna get to your desired outcome, whatever that is, and we're gonna figure that out in the reading, or I'm gonna figure that out. You might already have an idea. So let's look. Pile number 1 is this beautiful piece of Angel Aura quartz. It's really pretty. That is Angel Aura quartz for the first pile. Pile number 2, I have a piece of Snowflake obsidian. So we're gonna go through from white transparent to solid black with some white throughout it. Snowflake obsidian, really, really pretty. Then for pile number 3, I have Sodalite. This is one of my newer crystals. And then we're gonna go through another sort of transparent, it is transparent crystal, which is Opalite. This one has more of a bluish tint. Really pretty. So this is Opalite for pile number 4. So take a little bit of time to pick your pile and go through the description box where I have links, timestamps for pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. So hi, pile number 1. We're first gonna look at your hopes. What are you hoping that is gonna happen for your career in the next year? First of all, I have the King of Wands. So you are definitely going to, you're definitely hoping to get some sort of leadership role, some sort of, or not necessarily leadership, but you want to inspire people. That is what you are hoping to do next year. And I feel like we're almost already getting into dream territory. So maybe for pile number 1, your hopes and your dreams are really close together, because what you want to do for long term, you're hoping to get very close to next year, is what I'm getting. I also have my 4 of Cups here, and the 4 of Cups is a card of taking a little bit of rest, but as you can also see in this card, specifically from the Housewives Tarot, which is what I'm using for these readings, is almost being afraid of what is being offered. There are 3 empty cups right here. And here you can see that this almost looks like sort of a devilish drink, I guess. So you are also, and I feel like we're also almost already getting into the fears section. You're trying to prevent yourself from going back somewhere. That is what you're hoping, or you maybe have quit a certain job last year or this year. And for the upcoming year, you really don't want to go back. That is what you hope. That at least what you want to do is you want to inspire people, and you don't want to go back to where you came from. Or if you are close to leaving somewhere, you know that this is not the place where you are supposed to be, and you don't want to end up there. You really want to move on from that. That is what your hopes are for the new year. Something else that comes with the King of Wands is wanting to be, again, wanting to be very inspiring, but also you want to help empower others. I feel like that is something that you hope to do, whether it is through your work, that you are consciously working on empowering others, or it's because you are empowering others by whatever it is that you do. Like you are inspiring other people, and that helps you empower them. And something else that comes with the 4 of Cups is not necessarily being content, but being comfortable with where you are. So you really want to get some big steps in towards your dream, which we're gonna look at in a second, but you really want to get some big steps in the next year to towards your dream in the next year. That is what I'm getting. So now I want to look at what are your dreams, like what is it if you could have anything, no barriers, what would it be that you're gonna do? Ooh, I'm dropping things. I have Two of Wands. You're still sort of deciding there. Maybe you are somebody who loves multiple different things. There just are a lot of things that you maybe are good at or that you are passionate about. I also have the Empress. So we again have that wanting to encourage people. Some of you might really want to also become a parent in the long term, because the Empress is a card of motherhood, but you know, I don't only have people watching who want to become a mother. We also have other sorts of parents that we can become. So that is the idea that I have here, that your long-term dreams, they're sort of still up in the air. Like you don't even really know maybe what you want to do, but you do know that you want to empower other people. You even want to help others make decisions that they cannot make. In whatever way that is. So again, we really look at that, wanting to help people, wanting to empower people, wanting to, I don't think most of you are necessarily going to be like a teacher, but more like a role model. Like you want to set an example for these people. And more as like a coach or a mentor. That is more the idea that I'm getting, more than a teacher. And then when I look at the Empress, we also have this part of this healing part of the Empress. So maybe you are somebody who wants to coach, who wants to mentor people through their healing process of whatever it is. I do feel like personal growth, like you're gonna need to have a lot of compassion for the people that you're gonna coach, that you're gonna mentor. I actually want to pull another card because it's not too clear for me exactly what your dreams are gonna be, but that's also I just smiled because of the next card because it's just as vague. But I feel like because you don't really know yet what way exactly you want to go, that's why it's probably so vague. And I also have here the Hanged Man, which is a card of pause, of surrender, of letting go, of new perspective, as well as calm after these storms. So you want to help people heal. I have an itchy eye. But you want to help people heal, you want to help people move on, you want to help people accept certain shitty things from their lives and move on. And that is how you're going to help heal and how you're going to help inspire and empower people. I think that is something that I see for you in your dreams, and that is what you really want to work towards in the next year. And now I want to look at what are your fears. So you have some really amazing dreams. I feel like you could really make a big change in a lot of people's lives, and I think that is absolutely beautiful, that is part of your dream, that is part of your passion. But there's also a reason why it hasn't happened yet, and I want to know what your fears are. What is holding you back to getting this dream? I have the Wheel of Fortune. You feel like luck just hasn't really played in your favor yet. You feel like life hasn't given you enough opportunities to actually do this. But sometimes, and like I say, this is sometimes we have to make our own luck. If life isn't gonna give us lemons to make lemonade, then we gotta go out there and search for those lemons, or anything that looks similar or does the same thing. We gotta do that for ourselves. And that is what I'm getting here from the Wheel of Fortune in your fears. I would like another card, because it's not just about that you feel like the universe hasn't given you your sign, like you feel life hasn't given you the opportunities that you need. I feel like it's something more personal as well, something from within. And like I said, just as I'm saying within, I get the Hermit card, which is a card of introspection and looking within, soul searching, inner guidance. Maybe you feel like you aren't even a good enough mentor to yourself, so how are you gonna be a good mentor to other people? And sometimes we can give the best advice to other people and give the shittiest advice to ourselves. I know that is like sort of not necessarily internet meme, but it's something that we see a lot. Like, oh, I can give my friends advice to leave this shitty douchebag that they're with, but I keep being in this toxic ass relationship, you know? And We do have 2 major arcana cards here for your fears, with the Wheel of Fortune as well as the Hermit. So you have some pretty big things that are holding you back, but we also have 2 major arcana cards in your dreams. So your dreams are equally as big, and I think that that is something that you need to remember. And I think that you really need to look within it, as in, why is it that you want your dreams to happen, and work on that motivation, and use that motivation to make those big steps in the upcoming year. So now I want to look at, what are those steps? What is it that you can actually do? How can you get where you want to be? I have the King of Pentacles. I think you need to believe in yourself. I think you need to be generous to yourself. The King of Pentacles here, you can see they have everything that they want to have. They have worked very hard to be where they are as well. So yeah, you're gonna have to work really hard. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna go, and not everything that you want to do is necessarily going to go into your favor, especially since we had the Wheel of Fortune in your fears, in what is holding you back. So yeah, life might throw some punches at you, and it's just how you decide to deal with that. But I definitely do see that you have it in you, and I think that that is something that you need to believe about yourself, that you do have it in you to make those steps towards your dreams. And I also have the 9 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords is a card of overthinking, and it like being in your head so much, and you need to get out of your head and you need to take action. The King of Pentacles didn't get where he wanted to be, where he needed to be, without taking any action. And I think that that is something that is incredibly important for you to hear, to start taking action. What is it exactly what you want to do? How do you want to help people? How do you want to be compassionate to people? How do you want to empower them? How do you want to inspire them? What is it about you that is inspiring, or that can be inspiring to other people? I think it is very important that you figure that out, and that you are also out of your head, that I think the 9 of Swords can also indicate that you can come across some, what is called imposter syndrome, that we feel like we are not the right person to be doing this. This is something that I personally struggled with when doing tarot readings. There are so many other people out there who are probably better at tarot than I am, but that doesn't mean that I don't deserve to give tarot readings to other people. I'm doing it here right now, and that is something that you also need to be doing. Sure, there might be other people out there who are going to do it better than you, but maybe those are not the right people for a specific person that you can help. I hope that that makes sense. I think it did. I think it did make sense. So that is your reading, pile number 1. I really hope it resonated with you. I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. You can book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the link in the description box below. I would love to work together with you. You can also subscribe to my channel if you enjoy watching pick a card readings. Yeah, like I said, definitely subscribe to my channel because I do those all the time. And for now, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi, pile number 2, you chose the Snowflake Obsidian. So let's look first at your hopes. What are your hopes, at least for the next year? What are you hoping to achieve? I have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is sort of a pause, so I don't feel like you necessarily want to go out and do all of the things next year. The Hanged Man is also a card that can indicate like a calm after the storm. So after maybe a very, I don't know if turbulent is the right word, but very chaotic, maybe even year or a couple of years regarding your career that you have had in the past, you're ready to slow down a little bit and to get a little comfortable, to accept the place where you are right now. That is something that is going to be very important for you for the upcoming year, that you just want to sort of slow down a little bit. I think that a lot of people really want to accelerate, whatever it is that happens when you push gas in a car, you know, that. English is not my first language, but that's the idea that I'm having in my head. I feel like a lot of people want to just go when it comes to the new year, and I think that it's very interesting and very smart actually, that what you want is to just slow down a little bit, and there could be a number of reasons for that, and I hope that we'll figure that out in this reading. But yeah, let's go find another card. What else is it that you are hoping to achieve? You want to focus a little bit more on love and on other personal relationship. I have the Knight of Cups here, which indicates, you know, we have cups, so it indicates emotions. When you look at this, it's like going on a date, or some of you might be single, wanting to just focus on your love life a little bit more instead of your career, because maybe your love life has taken a back seat for a while, and you're just ready to find a new person in your life that you can share all different things with. It doesn't have to be romantic, it can also be just somebody else that you have a connection with, that you are looking for. Maybe you're looking for new friends. I don't know if I want to do a 2022 friendship reading. Let me know in the comments down below if that is something that you're interested in seeing. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing here, which is interesting. When I look at you clicked on this for a career pick a card reading, and yet I feel like you consciously want to put your career on the back burner a little bit. And I just find that very, very interesting. Yeah, I find that very interesting. So it could also indicate, because we do have the Hanged Man, that you are just a little bit indecisive, and maybe things have been so chaotic in your career that to get a little bit peace of mind, you need to sort of escape from everything that happened by not focusing on your career as much. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with it, as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, for your own mental health, and not because you're afraid, if that makes sense. So let's look at, what are your long-term dreams? What is it that you are hoping to achieve in your life regarding your career? Let's look at that. I have the Two of Swords. You are still unsure, I think. The Two of Swords is a card of indecision. You can see that they have two pieces of cutlery. They are blindfolded and they don't know what they have in front of them. It's a card of, usually of indecision. Let's see what else I have here, because I did pull another card. The Three of Swords. You're just hoping, like, the Three of Swords is a card of recovery. So that to me tells me that for the long term, you're not really sure what it is, but your long term, whatever it is, you want to recover from what it is that you went through previously, and you're not really sure exactly what it is that you want to do, as long as your mental health doesn't suffer for it. That is sort of what I'm getting here. Let's see, I have a little cheat sheet that I like to use to be sure that I don't miss anything. So yeah, the Two of Swords is about weighing options, about questioning. So you might really be questioning what your dreams are, which we already went over. And then the Three of Swords can indicate sort of a lesson learned the hard way. Again, Three of Swords is about heartbreak, separation, but also recovery, and forgiveness, and sort of releasing the past. I think that that is something that is really important for you, in order to even work on your dreams, in order to even think about what your dreams could be. You just want to sort of release the past, and I think that that is a very smart thing to do. However, I would like to draw one more card to see if, once you have recovered and you are ready to make that decision, what is it that you would love to do? Like anything, a theme. We have the Five of Pentacles, and here at the bottom I have the Page of Wands. So let me show you the cards. I really love this deck. So the, what is that? I had the Page of Wands. Yeah. So the Page of Wands here, they are curious, they are very free-spirited, and they know that they have a lot of potential. So again, I think you have really sort of let go of any expectations, or that is something that you are working towards, that you are letting go of expectations for yourself, you're letting go of expectations for your career, which again, I find it very interesting that you've clicked on this video, but that is really what I'm getting here. And you are really open to discovering new ideas. You're going to be open to awakening a new passion through or after your healing process, through accepting what has happened, through making those emotional connections. That is what I'm getting from the Page of Wands. Then I also have the Page of Fives, and the Page of Fives. What did I say? I said the Five of Pentacles. Wow, I can't even talk anymore. And this is, this can indicate struggling. It can indicate loss, but also overcoming obstacles and changes of fortune. Ooh, so when I look at this for your dreams, your long-term dreams, I think you just no longer want to struggle, and maybe you want to help other people. It's really interesting. Like, I can keep pulling cards and I will try to draw one more card for your dreams, but I can't get anything specific as to what it is that you want to do long term. And I think that is just because you haven't figured it out for yourself yet, or you're not really opening up, you're not really in a place to open up about all of this in order to figure it out, which is definitely fine, because that is what the Hanged Man is all about. I have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is sort of battling, defending yourself, holding your ground, staying true to your principles. So I think that it's super important that whatever it is that you are dreaming of, that you are holding your ground, that you are staying true to your principles, and that maybe some opportunities will come along, not necessarily next year, but in your life, some opportunities will come along that sort of cross your morals, that you feel like, ooh, this is a pretty cool opportunity, but it doesn't really align with my morals. And I think that the Seven of Wands really encourages you to choose, to have you choose your principles and to hold your ground and to defend yourself and to stay true to what you believe is right. I hope that this makes more sense to you than it does to me, because you know your life, I don't know your life. But let's now look at any fears that you're having, or what is holding you back from achieving the dream that you want to achieve. I have Chariot. Okay, so I'm gonna be real. The Chariot is a card of determination. So having this be as something that's holding you back makes me feel like you are not determined right now. You do not have the motivation, or you do not have the right motivation to keep going. The Chariot is also, in this case, a vehicle. So you might be lacking the vehicle to help get to your destination, which your vehicle could be motivation, your vehicle could be determination. Let's see if there's anything that I'm missing here, but that is really what I'm feeling. So the Chariot can also be a card of control, making you feel like you are not in control of your life, or that is something that you have to, I don't necessarily want to say learn the hard way. We do have the Three of Swords, which indicates a lesson learned the hard way, but it's something that you're gonna come across and that you're gonna have to deal with when it comes. The Chariot, I would like to read it in reverse, since it's something that's holding you back. It can indicate a lack of direction. Of course, you don't know where you want to go, so of course that there is some lack of direction. We have wasted energy, so it's an encouragement to not waste your energy on things that you are not sure about. Like, you have to be properly motivated, you have to be properly determined for whatever it is that you want to do before, you know, before you really dive in head first. So that is what I'm getting for fears. Let's see if there's anything else that I can see, anything that is holding you back. I have the King of Swords. Let me have it focused right there. And the King of Swords is an authority fear. So again, this tells me that you feel like you are not in control of your life. You're not the authority over your own life. And that is something that you really feel like you need to be before you can move on, before you can push for your dreams, because you don't even know what they are yet. And the King of Swords is somebody who is very truthful. They are very intellectual. They are very diplomatic. But when we look at it in reverse, it can indicate tyranny, it can indicate manipulation, paranoia, abuse of power, and those are all things that you need to be very careful about when going about your dreams and even making decisions regarding your dreams. So let's look at how can you actually get to where you want to be, or what are some next steps that you can take in your career for 2022? What are some steps that you can take for your career in 2022? So here I have the Lovers. Find something that you truly want to be committed to. Find something that warms your heart, find something that really makes you feel passionate and that you can really feel that you can commit to. I also have the Five of Wands, and this feels like another struggle. Like the fives are a struggle in the tarot. What you can see here is that she's trying to balance all of these things, trying to do all of the things all at the same time when you really don't have to. You can just find proper time management and just do them all like in a schedule or something like that. So it's more like the time management and making it harder for yourself than you have to. So there's an encouragement that you shouldn't make things harder than they actually are. That is what I'm gathering from the Five of Wands. Other things from the Five of Wands that we can get is that you just have to wait or find what it is that you are really, that fuels your passion, that you are very ambitious about. I'm kind of sad that I couldn't really get specific for you, but I think that this is just what it is that you need to hear. Sometimes things are the way things are. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I would love to hear from you in the comments down below how this resonated. You can also book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the link in the description box below. Subscribe to this channel if you're interested in more pick a card tarot readings, because I do them all the time. For now, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi, pile number 3, you chose the Sodalite crystal. So let's look at what are your hopes for the next year, for 2022. What are you hoping to achieve regarding your career in 2022? So here I have the Nine of Wands, which we literally see climbing higher. This is a card of determination, a card of resilience, and what you really hope to do is just to climb higher on your career ladder, whether that is within the current business, within the current company that you're working with, or whatever it is that you are working on right now. I feel like you want to expand on that. Like, you're happy with working where you are, but you do have ambitions, you do want to climb on higher, and that is one of the hopes that you hope to achieve in the upcoming year. Let's see what else I can get for you for hopes for the upcoming year. I feel like you want to overcome some financial struggles. Some of you may be in debt, whether that is student debt or some other kind of debt. You want to overcome your debt, and that is something that you either hope to achieve in the next year or you hope to make very big steps on for the upcoming year. Then I also have the Chariot, which is a card of willpower, of control. This can indicate a couple of things. This can indicate that you have the proper motivation and proper determination to actually climb higher. It can indicate that it is that you want to achieve more motivation. It can also indicate you wanting more control. So maybe you are now in a little bit more of a, I don't want to say passive role in the current company or your current career, what you're doing, your current job, but you want more control over how things are going, maybe at your company, business-wise, process-wise. I don't really know the right English words, but I really hope that you understand what I'm trying to say here, that you want more say in how things are happening, if that makes sense. Yeah, there we have the Chariot. It can indicate victory, really having a drive, taking action. You're definitely not planning on staying passive regarding your career. You're very motivated on making it higher up. So that's great. So what are your long-term dreams? So sure, in the short term, in the upcoming year, you want to climb on higher, but what is it that you ultimately want? What is it that you would love? I have the Ace of Pentacles. Money. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes our career choices are driven by money. And I don't think that it's always a bad thing, because I know that it's a saying that you shouldn't work, or you shouldn't live to work. You should, or work to live. What is it? I think both are wrong, right? You shouldn't have to work to be able to live, and you shouldn't live only to work. I don't know why that suddenly popped up in my head. But you know, sometimes money is proper motivation. for what we're doing with our career. And that's totally fine, because not for everybody, our career is our entire life. We have so many other things going on in our lives, hopefully, that it's okay to be money motivated when it comes to your career. I think it's totally fine. We want a career in which we make money, don't we? Don't we all? Let's see what other dreams we can get for you. I have the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry, Knight of Pentacles. Sometimes I feel like I don't pronounce words properly. Anyway, the Knight of Pentacles is dependability, efficiency, loyalty, responsibility, as well as, how do I say this? What is the word? You want something that is stable. You are not looking for, you are the kind of person who wouldn't mind a 9-to-5 job as long as you're enjoying it. You don't mind the stability that a 9-to-5 job gives you. You don't mind, and you are the person who stays very loyal to a certain company or to certain people. That is what I'm getting. You want to be in a place where you feel very comfortable, where you know people, where people know you and your story, and you wouldn't mind working at the same company for years, as long as you do have that prospect, you do have the opportunity to climb higher up within that company, if that makes sense. So I think your dreams are, I don't know, kind of making me think of Dolly Parton's 9-to-5, you know? We also have the card of the Star, if it will focus. And the Star is a card of hope, of purpose, of peace of mind, of renewal, serenity. Like I said, you will feel really at peace in just a stable job, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. I feel like here on the internet we have been conditioned into feeling that we should all strive to be entrepreneurs. We should all strive to be the leader at a company, but not all of us want to do that. Not all of us have it in us to do that, and that's totally fine. There are other things that we can want for our careers, and that's totally fine. But I do think that you need a job, even though you want it to make a lot of money, you want it to be stable. You also want it to have a purpose. You don't want to just do your work for the sake of doing work. You want to know that what you are doing has purpose. That whether it is helping people in some sort of way, you want it to be purposeful. And I think that that is amazing. I think that that makes a lot of sense too. Because having a purpose with the work that you're doing is your proper motivation to keep climbing higher up, because maybe you feel like the higher up you are, the more control you have over how things are going, the more purpose your job will have. And I think that is totally valid. I also would like to know what is holding you back right now. What are your fears? Are there any fears? What is holding you back right now? I have the King of Swords. That is interesting. Especially, like I have already talked a couple of times about the 9-to-5 idea, the 9-to-5 job, having authority over you. The King of Swords is an authority. And when I look at your fears, what is holding you back, I want to look at it in reverse. So the King of Swords in reverse is an authority figure who abuses their power. So I think maybe one of the reasons that you want to climb higher up in your company, in your current job, is because you feel like the current authorities, your current bosses aren't doing as good of a job as you think that you can do. And I think that that is very honorable. I think that is amazing, that instead of just quitting your job and looking for someplace else where you could maybe also find purpose, what it is that you want to do is you want to make the place where you are right now, you want to make that a better place, which makes sense why I got the Knight of Pentacles, which is being trustworthy. You want to be that trustworthy, patient, stable person as a leader who you feel like your current leaders, your current bosses maybe are not. I feel like this is so specific, but this is what I'm getting. And then the Ace of Pentacles can also indicate not only the coming in of money, but also coming in of career opportunities, like a promotion. And that is something that you would really love, to be promoted. And again, to look back at the King of Swords in reverse, it's some sort of tyranny, some sort of manipulation, paranoia, So you feel like that is all, or some of those things are going on with your current bosses. And like I said, I think it's incredibly honorable that you are not leaving this job, but you want to make this current job, you want to make this current company work environment a better place. I think that's incredible. So now let's look at what are some actionable next steps that you can take. I have the High Priestess. Ooh, the High Priestess can indicate some sort of secrets. Are there any secrets that you have? Ooh, I don't know if we're getting into some tea here, but do you have any secrets about your authority figures? Or are there any secrets about the company that you could expose? I'm not saying do it. I'm saying consider it. Because the High Priestess is a card, we have like secret syrup. It literally says so on the bottle here. So there might be some secrets from the company, from a specific person in your job. Maybe this toxic King of Swords that we had here that's holding you back. That's interesting, but you know that better than I do. So other things that come with the High Priestess is sacred knowledge. So again, that secret that you might be having. There is some sort of mystery, there's some sort of unknowing thing. I don't know if you know the secret, or that you're gonna get to know it, or it's a secret that is actively being kept from you and your colleagues in your current job. There's just something regarding secrets, and I would like to see another actionable step for the upcoming year for you regarding your career. What is it you can actively do? I got a couple of cards. Oh, I don't know. Let's just look at these first. I have the Knight of Swords, but I got it in reverse. And I don't always look at all of these cards in reverse because it's a mess usually in these decks, especially if I don't really grab them a lot. But I feel like this makes sense. The Knight of Swords, it wants you to not be reckless. It wants you, so I guess it should be upright. But it wants you to be careful about what you do. You need to take action. You need to be, again, properly motivated, which the Knight of Swords definitely is. They are motivated, they are ambitious, they are action-oriented, they want to do the things. But I also have the Queen of Swords that came out. And the Queen of Swords is about honesty. So again, we have the High Priestess with the secrets, and we have the Queen of Swords with the honesty. I think you really need to listen to what you think is truly fair, because I also think the Queen of Swords is about fairness. And what is fair? How can you go about revealing any secrets fairly? I think that that is something that's really important for you in the upcoming year, or just soon, is what I'm feeling. Because we have 2 swords, we have, yeah, we have a lot. Let me just grab one more card for actionable steps for you. I have 7 of Wands, defend yourself. People are not gonna like it when you come out with a certain secret. You have to defend yourself, hold your ground, stay true to your principles, and that is gonna be super important for you in order to have that 9 of Wands moment in your career next year, sorry, to be able to climb up. So pile number, where are we? 3. Pile number 3, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments down below how this reading resonated with you. If you want to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the link in the description box below. And if you want to see more tarot related videos like these pick a card readings, I do those all the time. Definitely subscribe to this channel. For now, just thank you so much for watching and hope to see you next time. Hi, pile number 4, you chose the opalite crystal. Let's look at your hopes, dreams and fears for your career regarding the upcoming year in 2022. So let's first take a look at your hopes. What is it that you hope to achieve in 2022? Let's take a look. Here I have the King of Wands. I had this for the first pile too, so maybe you were trying to decide between first and this pile. The King of Wands, I feel something on my card sticking. But the King of Wands is about being a visionary, being inspiring, being compassionate towards other people. I definitely want to pull another card so I don't do the exact same reading as for pile number 1. So let's look at how do you plan to inspire people? Like, what are you hoping to inspire people on? I have 5 of Wands, which indicates to me regarding this image, time management, doing all of the things, conflict resolution, even because 5 of Wands can indicate conflict, so maybe some conflict resolution. The 5 of Wands can also be about competition, tension, but also being very ambitious. So you definitely have the ambition to do big things in the upcoming year. But I still want to know, what do you want to inspire people on? That is definitely what I would like to know. For pile number 4, what do they want to be what do I want to inspire? I have judgment, self-realization. In this case, definitely judging themselves for their appearance, for their process, for their lack of work. Ooh. Let's see, what else can I get from that? That is interesting. I feel like there's something that I am missing. Like I said, self-realization, finding life purpose. Maybe that is something that you are very interested in, that is how you would like to inspire people. You want to listen to your inner calling. Your inner calling is calling you. And that is something that you would really would like to take big steps on for the next year. So let's look at your dreams. Like, what are your plans? What are your dreams long term? If there were no barriers, what would you like to do? I have 5 of Cups, which is struggling with your emotions. The 5 of Cups is being pessimistic, which is interesting. Like, how is this a dream? Like, what is it that you want to do long term? Maybe you want to help people with their grief, because 5 of Cups is about disappointment. It's about grief. Maybe you want to help people deal with their negative emotions. I swear, many of you probably were having a hard time choosing between pile 1 and pile 4, and you ended up picking pile 4. You could have just picked pile number 1, and so far it would be pretty similar. Anyway. Anyway, I think you want to help people get over rejection, get over their feeling of failure. You want to help people move on, gain some perspective, and accept that negative emotions are a part of life, and that is something that you may be very passionate about. So what else is there that fits your dream? What is it that you would love to do long term? I have the Chariot. You just want to move forward. You will sort of see what comes on your path. You are very determined in... I don't know what you're very determined in. Let's see, actually look at that. Because the Chariot is about determination. King of Pentacles. You are determined of getting into this King of Pentacles moment. You are determined to get really comfortable, to work hard. You are definitely not afraid to dirty your hands, so to speak, and to work really hard to be where you want to be, because that is what we see in the King of Pentacles. He has worked very hard. He has everything that he ever wanted, but he has also worked his ass off for it, and that is what you are not afraid to do, and that is what you would love to do as well. So let's look at your fears. What is holding you back? What is holding you back from everything? You constantly have to keep defending yourself. Who are these toxic ass people who keep telling you that you can't do it, or that your dreams are ridiculous? Or who are these people? Or do you feel maybe they haven't said it, but you are afraid that they might hold you back? Because the 7 of Wands is about defending yourself, holding your ground, staying true to your principles, but also being vulnerable, exhausted, and on the edge of giving up. So maybe life hasn't really given you what you want to have, so it's been really hard staying true to your dreams, staying true to your hopes, maybe even, and it's just been really hard. But let's see, what else can we see? Because I also want to get into actionable steps, like what is it that you have to do, or that you can do. But now I just want to keep looking at what else is holding you back. What else is holding you back from, like, inside of you almost? Ooh, this card wanted to pop up. It's the Knight of Pentacles. This can indicate the need for stability, but also being somebody who people can depend on. This can indicate, when I look at it in reverse, being stuck in a rut, being bored, as well as being very perfectionist. So maybe you feel like, if I can't do it perfectly, then I'm not even gonna try. If I'm not right now in a place where I can do what I want to do perfectly, then I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait until I can do it perfectly. But that's gonna take you forever. It's gonna take you a long time, and you don't have to be perfect right away, because practice makes perfect. You have to keep practicing to get better. I didn't get pretty good at reading the tarot by waiting until I got perfect. No, I practiced. I did the readings for other people, first for free. I still do them on my channel here for free. And now I also charge people because I know what my practice is worth. And the same thing is, that's the energy that I'm feeling here for you as well. That you don't have to be perfect in order to make money off of what you do. You just have to be honest about what you can do, about what you deliver. But let's look at actionable steps right now, because I feel like we're kind of at that place. What is it that you can actually do? This is interesting because I feel like the Ace of Swords is something that sort of happens to you. The Ace of Swords is clarity, breakthrough, new ideas. I think if there is any confusion that you have, any chaotic thoughts, you need to organize them and put them to good use. Because I feel like you do have a lot of ideas, but maybe they're very unorganized right now. And we also had the Five of Wands here for your hopes regarding, for me, time management. That is not usually what the Five of Wands means, but I feel like the imagery on this card kind of hints to that. And I feel like you just, like you can see here, you just have to pick up the knife and do it. Like, not stab someone, you know, but here they're cutting pies, so and cakes. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that knife metaphor now. But I think you need to organize your thoughts and gain some, find out a way to gain some mental clarity, if that makes sense. Let's see one other card. What is it that you can do? Just do it. There are gonna be risks. It's gonna be risky. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be something new that you haven't really done before. But think of all of the amazing things that can come from it and use that as your motivation. So pile number 4, this is a reading that I have for you. Really hope it resonated with you. I would love to hear from you in the comments down below how this resonated with you. You can also book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, to either for something else or to go more in depth into this one. I'll link in the description box below where you can book a reading with me. You can also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more tarot videos. I do these pick a card readings all the time. I would love to have you here. For now, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.